off that stand. What could it be? There's a Hemi for this car not on the stand anymore. What is happening? The No Name Nationals is happening. Keep on pumping it up, buddy.
Okay.
So here's what we got going. This engine is my small block Mopar. Okay, hold up. It's a little crooked. So this engine right here, I built way back when. I had a cracked block. I found another block. And then I was putting a K-member in this car, and I'm going to introduce the car in just a few. But with No Name Nationals, I'm going to go off to the 281050 class. This thing's got concrete in it. We'll go over some more of it. It's set up to about the max you can do, and I'm going to spray the crap out of this thing. I'm going to let her eat. So this is the new Slant Daily Garage going to go into this.
I already know you're going to love this car.
Yeah, right. And this thing's going to be something. And I do have hidden away 6.4 BGE out of a truck right there. That's going to go in here. But we will talk about this in a few. So I'm going to get this up on a stand, and we'll see what's going on from there. All right, moving on. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Voila.
What?
Voila.
There you go, right? This is going to be the engine. This is going to be the one that's going to be the 281050. I'm not sure if I'll be the fastest, but I'm definitely going to be there. So as you can see, these were custom made by, I forget the name of the company. CP Carrillo. These were CP Carrillo, the gas ported. This is 13.2, I think, to 1 compression with the way it sets right now. The only thing I did mess up on is that these come out of the hole by 20,000, so I can compensate that with head gasket. Camshaft is not exactly correct for this setup. If you look in here carefully, you can see that it's been copper tubed. It's been polished here, so that way we can put roller lifters on it. And the camshaft's not correct at all. 272, 284 on a 108. This is great for something that you're going to NA, but not great for something we're going to spray some juice at, so the cam's going to come out. It's not like I don't work for one of the best cam companies on planet Earth, if not the best, which is precision and accuracy, so it's awesome. And it's going to be somewhere probably 270, 286 on a 112 LSA, if I'm thinking correctly. So if that's where I'm at, that's kind of be where I'm at. This thing's, we're going to be putting a glide in this car. This car weighs under 3,000 pounds, and we will show you guys this one in just a few minutes. Alrighty, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you. It's had a few different names over its years. It was Roxy, then Jasmine, Becky. I mean, every time I changed the engine, I would change the name. My friend Lance, I'm not going to mention his last name, but how we became friends is that in Poway, California, when this car was still a street racer, he lived down the street from me. And so I would drive by his house, do a burnout at like 2 a.m. And that was like, show, hey man, I'm ready to race you, sucker. And then he would do the exact same thing. So then once we stopped street racing, we got into like track racing, and then he power outed, so he went to a whole different realm. But this thing right here used to still do its thing. It ran, in the 620, 16, 6.0s, depending on track conditions. Or remember, in California, we have altitude, so it would change between that. So Lance gave it a name and called it the Cookie Monster. So, because I used to take people's cookies with this sucker. I used to do a lot of match racing with this, and yeah, it was fun. In fact, its last match race, I think, was against Dallas, and I had a cracked block. I didn't know it. In fact, cue video here.
That's madness, baby. Next Saturday night, Verona Drag Strip. Be there.
And that's why it has a cracked block. I don't know. I mean, it was on its way out. these engines, once you make over 650 horse, these engines tend to not really last all that long. So this one here, if you can see in there, that is concrete. That is actually not really concrete. It's actually called hard block, but it's got a 2-inch from the top fill. So it's just basically, you know, half an inch from the water port there, concrete. And, you know, like I already told you before, it's got, you know, copper tube here. All the oil ports have been opened up. Everything's been cut. There's a lot of different things. I'm going to open up the gap on these pistons. I'm going to spray the crap out of it. I don't care if she goes or blows, whatever it is, what it is. And since I'm changing out the K-member in this, I don't need to run the Milo on center sump. I have a Kevco here, which is a rear sump, and then it also has a rear pickup that hooks on right there. So it'll be a much bigger pan. So I think it's like a 12-quart pan or something like that. I'm only going to run it with 8 quarts, always run it low, just because you don't want to have any of that. But I can't believe this thing's been sitting in a bag. I packed this thing away in 2020. I built this thing in 17, and then just life happened, things happened. Then the pandemic happened. So then I built this thing, it just kind of sat. I was putting the K-member in this thing, and then I was going to go back out racing again, and it just never happened. So I packed this thing up in a pod when we came here to Tennessee. I sprayed the crap out of it with WD-40, and they look good still. I'm actually rather shocked. I was expecting to open this up and just see rust everywhere and just be like, man, this just sucks. But it stayed good. Anyways, this is what I got. This is the car. This is the Cookie Monster, I guess. Tell me if you like it in the comments below. If you don't like it, well, then come up with something different. But so far, it's been the Cookie Monster, and that's just, I guess, what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to go after the No Name Nationals. No Name Nationals seem to be a little bit better than, man, Drag Week, man. Do I say that? Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm going No Name Nationals instead of Drag Week with this car, and I'm going to do the 28 1050 in this. I want to be a contender, but I don't know. We'll just see. It is what it is. If I don't do it this year, next year I'll have the Gen 3 Hemi knit. It's getting a glide in it. We're building that right now. The rear end right now is an 8 3/4 with an aluminum chunk in it. That's definitely going to have to change out. I got a Ford 9-inch we're going to put in this thing. And I'm not going to hide any of my specs. It's going to be a 411 gear in this with the 28 1050. That should be about right. Whatever it does in the 8th mile is what it does, but it's really going to be set up for quarter mile because that's what I'm going for. The cage is certified to 850. It's all done up. Everything inside here has been basically sitting. I got it certified for 850, got it spec'd, and then that was that. So I just need to clean off some of this surface rust, and then I'm just going to get it paint that up. I added an extra door bar down here just for rigidity and safety. Doesn't really need it. It's got the halo up top, you know, so I'm going to get that all painted up. And yeah, my little mascot, my skeleton guy in there, he's seen better days. But yeah, I got to take some of these stickers off because they are not relevant anymore. I need some TCI stuff and ComCam stuff. So is what it is. Yeah, that car, and here's an update on this car. This is the car that I've always wanted to build, and I do not want to rush it. I want to enjoy that. And I noticed that I was starting to rush through some things. It's my dream car, 68 Dodge Dart. It's a car I've always wanted. I wanted a nice, hot street car that I could drive, manual transmission. 68 is the king of all darts. I don't care what anyone says. It's the best dart in the world. And as far as body goes, it's just the king of them. And I'm going to, you know, work on that. So this is basically the update. Next time you see that, I'm going to show you how to get some pistons filed and how to set up ring gap. But I'm going to be going with 30 and 34. That's what CP Carrillo recommends. These are custom CP Carrillo pistons. It's like 13.2 to 1, I believe. I can't seem to find all my notes, so I might have to restart all over again as far as the build specs on this and then my build sheet. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. I will be posting more as we go along. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.